What's going on, YouTube? The Taxi Guy 2012 here, as you guys know. And as you can see, well, yeah, I'm in the garage because I had to come out in the garage to do this review because people are sleeping downstairs. And if I did this downstairs right now, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, you're too loud. Oh my God, what's that fucking noise? Okay, so anyways, yes, language disclosure right there. But anyways, it's Sunday, football, and I've been drinking some beer, buzzed a little bit, but you know what? I'm staying within my boundaries. I don't get super drunk anymore, maybe once in a great while, but I know how to handle it now, and I know what to drink because them days are way behind me. So anyways, the point of this video is we are going to do a beer review revisited. And we are going to do a beer review revisited that I did after I looked at my videos about 2.5 years ago. Been a while. I can't believe it's actually been that long. And it is no other than Keystone Light. That's right, Keystone Light. And as you can see right here, and remember when I told you before that this right here does the gold can review, and I was right on my Busch Light Revisited review saying, you know what, I think Keystone Light does that, and they do. And it says right here, hunt for the great white stone. Much like Busch Light, hunt for the gold can. So, and I know I keep comparing Busch Light to a lot of things, but it's just my favorite light beer. But you know what? I quit drinking this for a very long time, and I regret not doing it. And I saw this in our local Lewis. I don't know if you guys have a Lewis drug. They're national. But I saw this in our Lewis for $13.99 for a 30-pack. Which, by the way, Busch, I'm sorry, but they got you beat by almost $6. So I says, hell with it. I haven't had Keystone Light in a while. I tried it. And I cracked open the first can. And I'll tell you what. I am so glad that I did this beer. It says here, I don't know how well you guys are going to see this. It says, the hunt for the great white stone is what it says. So much like Busch Light, it says track, stack, and share. Good looking can, I gotta say. I gotta say the Busch Light can I think looks a little better, but this is a good looking can. It's got that orange theme to it, much like anybody hunting right now. Keystone Light was introduced in 1989, the exact same year Busch Light was introduced by Anheuser-Busch, and of course this is brewed by the Coors Brewing Company, but now it's of course Miller Coors, but the Coors Brewing Company. So they've actually changed the ABV on this a little bit according to Beer Advocate. It is now 4.21 alcohol by volume, which makes it about a 0.1% higher than Busch Light, which of course you probably never would notice. But it's got the government warning, of course. This is a 12 fluid ounce can. Is 101 calories, so a tad like 3 or 4 calories higher than Busch Light. So not much really there. 4 grams of carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of protein, and then it's got the 2016 Coors Brewing Company Golden Colorado. Well, of course, like I said, Miller and Coors are Miller Coors. So, like I said, great looking can, introduced in 1989. You know, and honestly, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I got to get this off my chest. You know, a lot of this beer gets horrible reviews on Beer Advocate and the Bros and all that stuff. All these light beers, like your Keystone Lights, your Busch Lights, your Bud Lights, your Coors Lights, Miller Lite, all that stuff. All these light beers get horrible reviews online, so you cannot judge it off that. And you know what's funny is the one thing I wanted to get off my chest right now. It's like, you know what? Everybody wants to dog on Keystone Light and Busch Light, saying they're shitty beers. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. You do realize that Busch Light and Keystone Light are the same as Bud Light and Coors Light, right? You do realize that. A lot of people don't understand this, but I says, you know what? I've tried Coors Light, which I absolutely hated. I thought it was disgusting. The aftertaste was horrible, but I know people like it. And Bud Light, not a big fan of it. I'll drink it, but I wouldn't go out and buy it. But you guys gotta understand, it's a gimmick, okay? Bud Light and Coors Light, I don't know about Coors Light anymore, but I know for sure Bud Light, they're both sponsored by the NFL, okay? It's a no-brainer to me, so they gotta pay for that. If you're gonna advertise for the NFL, Bud Light is plastered all over the NFL. I know Coors Light for the longest time was too. The Silver Bullet, the train, the People of the World Star Love Train commercial, if you don't remember that song. But you know what? When you pay the NFL to advertise your beer, you got to give out buku bucks, okay? So Keystone Light is no different than Coors Light, okay? Actually, in my opinion, Keystone Light is 100 times better, okay? It's still got a little bit of that bitterness like you would expect out of a Coors Light that I don't really care for. But you know what? It's way better. Busch Light is no different than Bud Light because it's the economy version of Budweiser and Bud Light, and Keystone Light's the economy version of Coors Light. You guys are paying for the name. That's all you're doing, okay? And everybody says that, oh, Bud Light tastes way better than Busch Light. Well, no, it don't. I mean, even if it did, you guys are paying for the name. That's what you're doing. Like when you walk into Walmart and see Campbell's soup and Great Value soup, Campbell's is $2.50 higher compared to the Great Value soup when there really is no damn difference to begin with. Now, Campbell's soup, they got badass soups, don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? You're paying for the name. Bud Light, you're paying for the name. Coors Light, you're paying for the name. Keystone Light and Busch Light, they're no different, okay? It's just a different name and a different can. That's all it is. So, just getting that off my chest, that's my opinion. You can disagree with me, but anyways. Here we go. I know I got to rambling, but you know what? Let's crack this open. Keystone Light, and it's got that punch top can still like Coors Light does. I hope I didn't shake this up a little bit, but we have the mug here, the old famous mug, which I got several of these, but this is just one of them. So let's give it a pour. And no surprise, guys, it is that typical American lager light beer. It is crystal clear with a lot of carbonation, and it is, you know, actually this one dissipates way quicker than Busch Light, and it's not as carbonated either. I've noticed that too, because I poured them both in the same glass, and the Busch Light is way more carbonated, and the head lasts way longer, as you've seen in the other night. But smell-wise, okay, I'm not a beer expert. I've said that time and time again, but maybe you beer reviewers like Jay, Ronald, shout out to you, because I know I watch your videos all the time. But it's got that Coors kind of smell. You know, I don't know if that's the hops I'm smelling or if it's the taste is way better than the smell, is what I'm trying to get at. And you can see the head dissipates like immediately, and there's very little active bubbles going on there. It is crystal clear. I mean, I can see myself right through the camera, no problem. But very good. I mean, it's a light beer, guys. I mean, there really ain't nothing to talk about. I mean, it smells just like your typical light beer with a little bit of like a hot bitterness, I want to say, is what it is. Here we go, taste test. And not to mention, I've been drinking this all day, so I know what it tastes like. But I'm going to keep it open-minded for you guys for the review. So here we go. Tastes good. Okay, in all honesty, okay, this, if you actually sip and savor this beer, you're going to notice between Busch Light and Keystone Light that Keystone Light has a slightly, and I mean very slightly, more of a bitter aftertaste because it's a Coors product. And like I said, Coors Light was just offensive. That beer was disgusting. But, and like I said, no offense to people who drink Coors, because I know there's a lot of people that do drink Coors. But, and if you guys are paying money for that Coors Light, I'm sorry, but get Keystone Light. It's just as good. Like I said, easy drinking. And you know what? Keystone Light has some badass commercials. It goes, Keystone Light, always smooth. Well, it doesn't say that on this can because it's a hunting edition, but that's their slogan, always smooth. Just like, what's his name? Keystone. There it is. Keystone Light, always smooth, just like Keystone. Well, some hot-ass girls in that freaking commercial, I'll tell you. But, not much of a difference between this and Busch Light. Really ain't. And like I says, maybe, just maybe, a slight hop bitterness. But guys, both these beers are delicious. I love them. For the price, you can't beat it. Like I said, Busch Light, I'm sorry, but Keystone's got you beat by $5. You got it. That's why I switched, but I always will. But these two beers rock. You need to get them. Seriously. They're just, and those are the two beers that I've seen so far, don't quote me, but are doing the hunting edition, find the gold or golden stone, whatever. So there you go, guys. Keystone Light Revisited. For a light beer, I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. I think this is very good. It's easy drinking. It's really smooth, just like Busch Light. And you guys need to go pick this up. You really do. Because it's a great beer. It's a great party beer is what it is. Okay, when I was in college, Keystone Light and Busch Light were like essential. Like you had to have it. So there you go, guys. And like I says, don't fall for the hype because Coors Light and Busch Light and Keystone Light and excuse me. Keystone Light, Busch Light are no different than Bud Light and Coors Light. They're the same damn beer, different can, way lower price. It's all an advertisement. You're paying for the name. That's my opinion. So, like I says, recommend a beer for me. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. And like I said, shout out to the beer reviewers that really, really know and get into detail with it. I just like the taste of it. So, shout out to you guys, and thank you for watching.